That was the first thing I heard over my radio when I woke up. Who is this and what are your coordinates? This is Staff Sergeant Joseph Jenkins, the voice said, and he gave me his coordinates. Send reinforcements as well. This was an unusual request for a temporary base. Are you sure, Sergeant? I asked. Yes, I'm sure. Do it now, he replied urgently. As I was getting ready to give takeoff clearance to the bomber in front of me, I could hear screams coming from the radio, almost as if the radio had descended into the pits of hell and was picking up the screams of the damned. When the bomber returned, it was noted that it was still armed with the explosives. When I called the sergeant again, I got no answer, but static. I talked to the pilot, who seemed even more traumatized than they normally do after a bombing run. What's the matter, Corporal? I asked him. I don't know what was out there, but it definitely wasn't the Koreans, he said, his voice getting caught in his throat. What do you mean? What did you see? I pressed. I don't know what it was, but there were soldiers tearing each other apart. Well, that's normal, I responded, a bit disappointed. No, the corporal said. I mean, physically tearing each other up. It seemed as though no matter how many times they were shot, they did not go down. Almost like they were invincible. Great. First, I got to deal with my pilots losing their minds and now invincible soldiers. I ordered another pilot to take me in a helicopter to the area so I could check it out. When we arrived, there were bodies strewn about for almost a mile around. It was nothing but destruction. I haven't seen anything like this since I was a pilot, but this was much worse. I ordered my helicopter pilot lower to the ground, and that's when I saw them. Some were slow, some were fast, some still had their motor functions. I could almost see the bones in a lot of them. I couldn't believe my eyes. Right in front of me was a giant group of the undead. Just then, a zombie grabbed the arm of my pilot, and we spun out of control and crashed. I got out of the wreck, my side bleeding uncontrollably. There was no sight of my pilot anywhere. I was completely alone, with zombies quickly surrounding the crashed chopper. I ran away from the wreckage and kept running until I fell into an open field, unconscious. When I woke again, I was surrounded by doctors, rushing me into the ER of a military hospital. Sir, one of the doctors said, can you tell me what happened? I tried to answer, but my mouth tasted like blood, and I couldn't open it. We entered the operating room, and I was put under anesthesia. When I woke up, a nurse was checking my IV. Good morning, Captain, she said in a respectful tone. Where am I asked, extremely confused. You're in the States. You were honorably discharged because of the damage to your ribcage. Had you have been found any later, you might not be here. Just then, someone in uniform stepped in the room. How's he doing, nurse? The man asked. He's stable, but we're going to keep him here for now. She then turned to me. This is the private that found you. I looked him up and down. He seemed way too skinny to be alive, let alone serve in the army. And then I remembered. I told them everything that happened. When I was finished, the nurse and private looked at each other, then to me in utter disbelief. Captain, there are no such things as zombies, the nurse said. It's probably just PTSD from the war. I knew it wasn't because I haven't seen combat in years, but I didn't say anything. I knew it was a fight I would lose. After I was able to walk again,